Clara did not return to the house the next day. She tried to live around the gap instead. She paid closer attention to routines, trusting structure where feeling failed. Morning walks, library shifts, dinner at the same hour each night. The world still functioned, even if her responses arrived late or not at all. Yet the absence changed how she moved through people. When a child cried in the library after losing his backpack, Clara helped him search, efficient and calm. When they found it, he hugged her legs in relief. She felt the contact without warmth, like pressure through thick cloth. The boy's gratitude landed nowhere. That night, she sat on her couch, hands folded, aware that something essential had been misplaced inside her and left unattended. The house waited at the edge of town. She did not remember deciding to go. Her feet carried her there with quiet resolve. The porch light was on. The door stood open. Inside, the man watched her approach the counter. "You are early," he said. "I am precise," Clara replied. "Tell me what you would take next." He studied her longer than before. "Why?" "So I can choose," she said. "Fully." He nodded once. Very well. He reached to the shelf behind him and lifted down a box without a label. This time, he said, "The cost would be your sense of direction." She frowned. "You mean memory?" "No," he said, "purpose. The internal compass that tells you where you are going, even when the path is unclear." Her chest tightened. "You want to take my future. I want what you use to reach it," he replied. Clara considered this in silence. Without empathy, her world had flattened. Without purpose, she would drift. "What do I get in return?" she asked. He placed the unlabeled box on the counter and slid it toward her. "Everything you have ever set aside," he said. "Grief you avoided. Love you delayed. The clarity you postponed in the name of being ready." Her throat tightened. "That is not something people can carry all at once. That is why it was taken from you gradually," he said, "until you noticed." Clara looked around the room, at the shelves, at the countless decisions sealed and stored. "Does anyone leave whole?" she asked. "No," he said simply. She closed her eyes. If she accepted, she would feel again, deeply, fully, but without direction. Feeling would become noise, weight without aim. If she refused, she would keep moving forward, but hollowed. "I need time," she said. "You have until the door closes," he replied. Outside, the air had turned sharp. The town lights glimmered in the distance, steady and unconcerned. Clara walked until her legs tired, then sat on a bench near the river. The water moved with confidence she envied. She thought of her mother, of the warmth that had returned, incomplete but real, of the child in the library, of the sister she had laughed with on the phone and felt nothing afterward. A memory surfaced then, uninvited. She was younger, standing at a crossroads during a solo road trip. She had taken the wrong exit and ended up miles off course. Instead of panicking, she laughed and followed the road until it curved back toward something familiar. She remembered the feeling of trust. Not certainty, trust. That trust was what the house would take. Clara stood when she returned. The man did not speak. He watched as she approached the counter and placed both hands on the unlabeled box. "I want it back," she said. "All of it." He nodded. "Then you understand the price." "Yes," she replied, "and I accept it." The house shifted. The air thickened, pressing against her skin. Images flooded in, not as memories, but as sensations. Regret, sharp and unsoftened. Love, heavy with years of neglect. Grief she had postponed until it dulled. She gasped, clutching the counter as the weight settled into her chest. It will pass. When the room stilled, Clara felt altered. Not lighter. Fuller pain sat beside joy, neither cancelling the other. "And now?" she asked hoarsely. Her knees buckled. The man steadied her without warmth or apology. "Breathe," he said. "It will pass." When the room stilled, Clara felt altered. Not lighter, fuller. Pain sat beside joy, neither cancelling the other. "And now?" she asked hoarsely. "Now you will feel," he said, "and you will wonder where to place it." She turned toward the door, unsteady. "Will I know where to go?" she asked. He met her eyes. "You will know why you want to go. The rest will be uncertain." Outside, the world looked sharper. Sounds carried weight. The river smelled of cold stone and movement. Clara walked without knowing where she was headed, and for the first time, that frightened her. Days passed. Clara cried often. Sometimes without reason. Sometimes with overwhelming clarity. She reached out to people she had neglected. Some welcomed her honesty. Others did not. Without her internal compass, decisions felt exhausting. She changed her mind often, took wrong turns, missed appointments, yet each mistake carried a strange sincerity. She was no longer moving on autopilot. One evening, she found herself standing again near the edge of town. The house looked smaller now, its paint duller, porch sagging slightly. The door was closed. She approached anyway. Nothing happened. She stood there a long time, waiting for the familiar invitation. None came. Clara felt a flicker of panic, followed by relief. Weeks later, the man appeared in a dream, not behind the counter, just standing on an empty road. "You will not be coming back," he said. "No," Clara replied. "That was always the hope," he said quietly. She studied him. "Do you ever leave?" He looked past her, toward something unseen. "I no longer remember what I would take with me." She woke with a sense of finality. Life did not become easier, but it became honest. Clara learned to pause before choices, to sit with discomfort instead of trading it away. She felt deeply and walked slowly. She built a life that allowed room for uncertainty. Years later, when a friend mentioned a strange house outside town, Clara listened without interruption. "Did you go inside?" she asked. The friend shook her head. Something about it felt wrong. Clara smiled, gentle and sincere. "That feeling," she said, "is worth keeping." The house remained, but it no longer waited for her. Some losses return you to yourself. Others teach you when to stop asking for what should never be replaced.